Hello from Lineage.com. This is Mark Josie. Today I'm going to talk about another very interesting topic and also a very controversial topic, something that people always argue, debate about, or are confused about. And I'm going to talk about this in this video so that whenever people bring up this topic, I want to just point them to this video and let them listen to what I say and our perspective on the subject. So, and oh, by the way, forgot. This is also Ji Sifu on Teen Get Dragon's channel. So if you are a fan of these kind of videos, so please go to that channel because that is the real primary channel for these kind of stuff. So we are just doing a special season right now with a lot of these talk shows to bring fans from this channel to migrate over to there so that they will like really know where to watch all these Taoism magic theories and such, all these stuff. Okay, now this channel will soon go back to the review and air guns and the flashlight and stuff like that. Okay, so let's go. Now, what is the topic today? Kind of hot. Now the topic is what makes a person or anyone a master in Taoism or in these magic stuff. What makes them a master? Now, when we talk about terms like Taoist master, all of a sudden some people out there will get all worked up and then they will say, no one qualifies you as a master, no one whatever. Like, you know, there are few types of people. One is they don't like me or they don't like someone and they will say that you're not a master, you're not qualified. And then there's another one say, there's no master in Taoism. No one is a master of whatever. I forgot how they say it. It's like, if you need a master, then no one can become a master, whatever, something like that. I'm not sure how they say it, but the point is they want to say that no one should be calling themselves a master or something like that. Whatever. It's kind of weird. Anyway, the bottom line is they don't want to accept that there are Taoist master there, or maybe they accept or they acknowledge that there are some masters there, but they don't want to accept that I am one or something like that. I don't know why they get all worked up, but I want to make it clear and very simple, simply explain what a Taoist master really is. Now, what is a master? Now, this is a word in English. In Chinese, it's actually not like a master. I don't really understand how the word master will really be a good word for this title, but you cannot use teacher for Taoism. Now, teacher in Chinese usually refer to 老师 or 先生, something like that. And what teacher does, look, the teacher teach in school, and what they do is teach. The way how teacher teach is they take a book and then like textbook materials given to them and they will teach according to what they know about the subject. They will teach a whole class, meaning that they will do classes, presentation and stuff like that to let people understand more about this topic, and then the teacher will give you exam, quiz, whatever, according to a program, that kind of stuff. Now those are teachers, okay? Teachers are teaching. They're not inheriting something, handing something over to you, and they don't have to care about the students' growth, development, that kind of stuff, because teacher only teach. All they care is they have to get the message across and explain things in class, and that's it. They get their salary and they get paid, that's all. Now, being a Taoist master, a sifu, is very different because we don't really teach in a classroom. And Taoism is not something you can teach in a classroom too. It's a very personal learning experience. Everyone learns differently. Some learn slower, some learn faster. And you cannot really group people in a class and then, you know, everyone come, listen to the lecture, seminar, talk show, and that's it. Everyone learned something today. But that is basically a lie. No one's going to learn anything by just watching and reading. Like I said, okay, if you want want to learn Taoism, Taoist magic, or this Chinese magic stuff, you look at my video, you like to learn, you contact me right away. You don't keep watching these things. These things are for people out there to, search up so they know I exist and they can enjoy my show when they have nothing to do. But if you want to learn stuff, you directly contact the master and start learning. Just like swimming. You don't watch YouTube and then see how people swim, and then you dig up all the research about swimming, history of swimming, and then you freak yourself out by reading too much, looking too much. The first thing you want to do if you want to learn swimming, you get into a class and put yourself into the water, and eventually the teacher there or the coach there will start to coach you and guide you, and you will be able to swim. So that's how Taoism is. Just like any other things in life, you cannot really just sit and learn. No, what makes a master or a sifu? Okay, the word sifu is sometimes not right for this master thing, because sifu is one generation, the father generation. When the father generation got higher up, meaning that they have they have disciple. Okay, so the father generation have disciple. The disciple have their disciples now. So this is one generation more, like one step up. Now the sifu will become si gong. Just like me right now, I'm called ji si gong for my disciples, because I have my disciples and my disciples have become masters, like they're the sifu. So when people come into the lineage, they will fall under the sifu, and the new disciple call me si gong, because there's a grandfather lineage, like one step away. Now, why do you call these si gong sifu, like these kind of father grandfather lineage, that kind of step? Why is it like this? Some people don't understand, and they think that, oh, it's all about, like they want to look higher. They want to look more prestigious. Everyone should be the same. We should be equal. Everyone learn together. No. That doesn't work that way. Okay? In Taoism, it doesn't work that way. And also in other arts, other things, it doesn't work that way. There got to be some people who come in after, some people come in before you. And there is a ladder. You don't climb up the ladder. It's like your sister, your brother, they are born after you. Then they are always, always, always the younger brother or sister. You cannot keep leveling up yourself and then get over your sister in age. So this sifu, sigong thing is more about like, okay, you got your disciple. Your disciple now accept new disciples. Then what happened is, apparently you got one step away and you become the grandfather. These are the father now. See? It's about how like people come in and then they get matured and they now become a master, and then so you got one generation higher. And it's more like that. Like when you're still teenagers or you're adult and then you gave birth to your son. Now your son gave birth to another son. Now you're a grandfather. Something like that, okay? It doesn't mean that you have more or less skills in you. And it doesn't mean that you're good or bad or whatever. It's just a title because of the history of how people come into play in that lineage, right? So it doesn't really have to do with how much stuff you know. Sometimes you can have a sifu that doesn't know, doesn't do as well as the disciple, like the daiji, because the sifu is lazy and the sifu didn't do their part to learn and cultivate, and turn out they will fall back. So everyone needs to cultivate and keep upgrading themselves as they learn. Even the master of master always have to keep improving. Even for me, every day I improve, I learn new stuff from my own cultivation and stuff like that too. Every day there's gain, every day there's gain, every day you learn more. And eventually, if your cycle as a master always go up, your disciple also always go up, right? Now you and disciple, and you see, the disciple will never chase over the master's achievement. It's not possible unless the master is very, very crappy. Some people are like this. They teach something and they fear that the disciple will go over them, and they don't want to teach them all the stuff. They hold back the secret. This is extremely common in a lot of ancient art or Asian stuff like kung fu, even cooking. A lot of stuff is like that. They hide the good stuff for the more prestigious disciple only, and then they don't want to teach. And then eventually they want to hold back the stuff to gain control over the disciples, because they don't want the disciples to grow too fast or know too much. And then eventually, the sifu and the sigong and stuff will go, and then the disciple goes up. Now that's not good, right? Now think about it. If the sifu or the sigong, the master or the master of master, are doing their job properly, every day they cultivate, every day they will have achievement, if their stuff is legit, of course, okay? Now, they have achievement all the time. Their disciples also have achievement. It's always going to go up like this. And you know what? It's not possible to have disciples go over the master in reality, if the master is a qualified master. Now, what makes the master qualified? Now, this is a very sensitive topic, but I'm going to just whip the thing out openly. Now, a lot of what I call crappy masters out there right now with this Taoism stuff, they like to buy certificates. Now, you may not understand why Taoism have certificates, and you may not understand about all these things. Honestly, I don't give a crap about this. This is nonsense. What happened is, it's like people want to make money and government want to control stuff. So in China, they have this association stuff, which makes no sense to me, to control the religion of Taoism. And all the stuff is governed by the government and, those dogs of the government. So they will guard that system, making sure that whoever enters will pay, and they will get a license and some certificate, that kind of stuff. A lot of Westerners fall for it. Why? Because, it looks legit. If you want to learn Taoism, where to go? You go to China, and then you go to these places. Everyone do the same thing. Everyone goes there. Everyone get their nice fancy toys, nice souvenir, and they have a photo with the old Taoists in the temple. You know what? Those Taoists are actually pretty crappy, because their job is not to cultivate Taoism. Their job is there to serve the government, to help run the temple, and they're more like the CEO of the temple, something like that. They actually do not really do a lot of cultivation, and so their job is to take care of the temple and be the idol of the leader. It's kind of different, the role. And okay, not talking about who, but that kind of system is like the people learning karate, learning taekwondo, that kind of stuff, the martial art, and then people start to buy the belt, buy the cert, and then we all know that it's a disgrace of yourself if you're one of those who buy your cert and buy your belt without the real training. It's like, okay, I have a black belt, black belt, and then all of a sudden you get your ass kicked by some high school student. Why? Because your black belt means nothing. Belts, certificates, everything is fake. They are really more like a system that is designed to motivate those people who cannot get their ass moving without, seeing some kind of sugar-coated stuff. They need something to make them happy, make them know that, oh, I am progressing. Because you know what? A lot of people do not even know how to trust their own senses. Like, when you're eating food, okay? When you ask, like, this is common. When you go to a restaurant, you see the waiter comes and they will ask, how's the food? A lot of people just burst out, oh, good. What does good means? You're enjoying it? Yeah. Delicious. These words really means nothing, Like, how do you like the food? Good, good, delicious. I mean, this person who tasted the food don't even understand what they taste somehow. Like, they might even forgot what they have ate already. So a lot of people really don't observe themselves and their own senses. Like, say, okay, a blind person drinking water. The blind person don't see the water. He feels the water is cold or warm. He don't need to see the water. Now, for the Taoist master or the Taoist or whatever, when you're learning this thing, how much you know about it, how much are you like firm about your knowledge, or how much you really believe your own skills, your ability, and your power. If people don't have a solid feeling inside, they need a cert because they're empty. They need a cert. They need a cert to stick it home, stick it on the fridge, stick it on the wall. So people come, they will know, oh, this guy's Taoist. Because he himself inside here don't even have the stuff. You see, they don't have the stuff inside. It's like they need to see a piece of paper to remind themselves that they're a Taoist. Seriously? It means really, it means nothing to me. Those certs, you pay like $300 China dollars or about, and you get a cert. You get your passport, Taoist passport, so weird. And then you get your photos glued on those paper and stuff like that, a bunch of stuff. Those things are all nothing. It doesn't mean anything. You can, if you're rich, you can buy the levels of Taoists in a certain lineage in China. You can buy, like, say, okay, you got like a few, maybe $50,000, you can buy a certain level. Now, after you buy it, they will give you that cert, of course, and then give you a bunch of VCD, DVDs, books, stuff like that, and you can use those as your materials. You just follow instruction and duplicate the whole system, and there you go. It's basically really alike with those like the crappy martial arts schools where they sell the certs, sell the belts, and then you can buy all the forms on DVDs and stuff. All you need to do is copy, and then you can do and just duplicate what's on the DVDs, and basically you look like a master because they dress you up like one, they teach you how to act like one, and basically you're pretty much sugar-coated, all nice and fancy, glossy. And is that a master? Does that really qualify one as a master in Taoism? Seriously, look, if you're a master, you don't need any cert to qualify you. You qualified yourself. It's not about how people look at you, really. Now, I don't really like when people bring out like old ancient book and talk about Lineage and all that stuff when it comes to Taoism. But again, when in Lineage, in ancient time, they don't even have any cert. Who qualified them as a master, right? And today, those people who are giving out certs, who are they? These people giving out certs, who are they? They are working for the government, they are working for the temples and stuff. They only see money come in, they do their job. Money come in, they do their job. That's basically what the cert is about. And then, well, it doesn't mean anything after all, right? So, now let me talk about what the master thing is really about then. Now, how do one start to become a master? So, how does this master thing start? What makes one a real master in Taoism? Now, this is a very solid topic. To be a master, it all starts from the heart. I'm not talking about the heart as in like, oh, the person is so giving, so kind, he wants to help people. No. I'm not talking about that stuff. I'm talking about the heart as in his intention, his mind is set to be a master, a Taoist master. Now let's see. There's this master, okay? He called himself a Taoist master, and he offered his service, and he accepts disciples and stuff like that. But at the same time, he's also a father, and then a banker in the bank, or maybe even a part-time chef, something like that. Wow. Now that is not right. If you are a Taoist master, the first thing is you must be fully dedicated to your path. You cannot be, okay, it's like this. You cannot be a master in, like, for example, you're teaching cooking, okay, and at the same time you have like 2 other jobs. Your time is limited. You cannot spend all your power or your energy on everything in life. If you want to distribute yourself into other path, okay, like you are a chef, cooking, okay, teaching cooking, and then now you have this TV repair, and then you have this programming thing. Wow, your time, 24 hours a day, how much time and energy can you spend in your primary career? Being a Taoist master, you are basically Taoist master, and a Taoist master, and a Taoist master. That is a sign that you should look for. When you see someone saying that they're a master, are they a master who really treat that as their life? You know, if they treat Taoism as their life, that is a good start. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be a like living in a temple and that kind of stuff. You can't be living at home, okay? But then you should see that the person set their heart, their intention to be a Taoist master, and that is like their only roots going forward. Now, being a Taoist master and having some other jobs can be a master in training. But when, like, these masters, okay, they are not like the master I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is those who actually say they're a master and they're out here on the market offering their service, offering people to go learn from them and stuff like that. Masters should really have only one thing to do, which is the master. That's what makes you a professional, right? You go one path only, then you're a professional in that field. Now, it's like being a dad, okay? As long as you have your wife and you make babies, you have children, then you're a dad. It doesn't mean that you're a good dad or a bad dad, or you're a smart dad or whatever, a rich dad, poor dad, okay? So it doesn't really matter. One can call themselves a master and they have not much stuff inside them. It's fine. They can also call themselves a master because they are willing to become one, and they are willing to make this their job, their lifetime career, that kind of stuff. You can see it, the dedication they put into the stuff. Then that is what makes them a master. It becomes their life because they want to be like that. Now, that doesn't mean that the master is good to follow just because they have this, oh, I want to do it, and they really put their heart into doing this. It doesn't really make them a very good master to follow. Now, what makes them a good master to follow is that the master needs to know what he is talking about and know what he is doing, know what he is teaching, and knows how to take care of his disciples. Not forget that masters and teachers is not the same. Master does not offer you like a bunch of courses, and then you go in the classroom, everyone goes learn the same curriculum, and then you pass a certain course, and you do an exam, and then, okay, you pass, right? And there you go one level, and then level 2 start. It doesn't go like that. A real master must emphasize on communication, because disciples only learn when they are asking questions. Just like kids. Kids learn because they're curious. They ask questions. And being the parents of a kid, what is your responsibility as a parent? Now the same goes to being a master in Taoism. Because when you're called a sifu, you're like the father of your disciples. Now, this father-disciple, okay, relationship, it's not like, okay, father today is going to, give a course and you're going to go through this 14 days to master this skills kind of thing. Okay, it's not like that. Every day you talk to your parent. Every day you learn a bit more. Eventually you will learn a lot because every day you have questions. Now, being the father, the first thing you need to know is that the father cannot be afraid of being like the answer question and answer kind of relationship. You cannot be fear of this thing. Like the father have to always stand by and be able to take care of the situation, whatever situation that comes up with the child. The child have questions, the child have issues, the child have all kind of emotion problems. You have to be prepared to take care of that situation. Secondly, your child is always full of questions and curiosity. You have to understand that and not fear being asked all the time and repeating your teachings all the time. Because sometimes you teach them the same thing over and over again, and they don't get it until it's like the 7th or 8th or even the 15th time you repeat it. So there's a lot of repeating that is required. And the third thing is when the kid run into troubles and issues, and sometimes they bang into nails, you have to be there to always back them up, help them, and offer your care so that the child will be protected when they ordain into your lineage. Now that's what makes a Taoist master a master. I myself teach a bunch of disciples, and I always emphasize to them that you have to ask questions, you have to talk. Now some people ordain, and I see some weird disciples, they ordain and they don't ask questions. They ordain and then they stay quiet and then they hide away. Somehow, you don't know what happened. These people, they ordain and then they just stay away and then they stop talking. I don't know why, but some people are like that, okay? Now, like this will not make the disciple learn because they are hiding away. And you cannot expect yourself to be spoon-fed when you ordain into a lineage. You have to outreach to the master so the master can talk to you. Now, being a master, Taoist master myself, of course, I always answer questions daily. Not even to my disciples, but even to my commenters and fans and believers, I always answer the questions. Whenever they have questions, no matter how stupid that question may sound, how simple it may sound, it's always a good question. A bad master fears question. They have all sorts of bullshit excuse to tell you that you should shut the hell up. When you go to China and ask those old masters, they don't understand. They don't know. They don't know how to answer you. And then, you know what? These people are trained, like in their little certificate thing. They're trained to answer people with a few template answer that eventually leads to shut the hell up. Now, what will they say? They will say, oh, these are secrets of nature, secrets of heaven, whatever, and I cannot leak these things to you. You're not ready to know yet. All these little thingies you can spot. You're not ready to know yet. What do you mean you're not ready? Oh, your fate has not came yet. Whatever, all that stuff. These are nonsense excuses, because when a child asks something, it means he is ready to learn. Right? When he asks, then the time came. He have to learn because he is curious. Now, as a good father, the father should think about how to bring him that knowledge without really scaring him off. Like when kids ask you about, small kids, okay? Children. They ask you about sex when they're very young. You don't know how to tell them. And that is why you say, you're not ready for these things yet. Not for you, not for kids. What do you mean not for kids? You should have a version of these things that kids can listen to and understand. Now, good father will know how to use a way that kids can understand and then tell them something, at least, they got an answer and they can ponder a bit, and later they will be more mature in like to learn the more advanced stuff. For Taoism, Taoist magic, there's no such thing as, oh, this is a secret. This is a secret of nature. You're not ready to understand. No, there's always something for you. Okay? As long as you have one question, you ask, there's always a something that to tell you, to teach you. For the master, the job of the master is to think about what this disciple is missing before they can get the answer that they should be getting or they want to get. And then the master will guide him, will give him the missing puzzle pieces, and then lead them to eventually getting where they want to get at the end. There's nothing such as, oh, timing's not right yet. You just wait. This is when a master say this kind of stuff, it means that he don't want to talk to you and you should shut the hell up. That's what it means. It's bullshit. It's all the time. It's because the master really don't know, and he think of a way to make himself feel that he is actually more, higher up here, and you're just little kids right now, so you should not know these things. But inside, deep in his heart, he don't know. A lot of people are like that, and especially those cert buying Taoists. They really have a bunch of collections of books and materials and content. But you know what? They don't even know 1% about what those things are. They only keep. They collect. They don't know. If you ask them more, they will tell you to, join their class that you're on, or it's not time for you yet, or these are secret, these are sacred words, these are whatever, okay? It's always like that. In my lineage, when people learn, I explain things from inside out. Even every strokes, every character, why this character means this, why this, all the structure, theories, everything can be explained. Like how you can disassemble something down to the last part and bits and pieces. It's really decodable. The whole system is explainable. Why can't we explain? When people ask, then it means they need answers. Now, being a true master, you have to be there for all kinds of questions. And yes, a fake master, crappy master, can also become a master. But they fear question. They don't like people to ask so much. They would tell you to, you should do more of your cultivation, read the book yourself. What do you mean by read the book myself? If I can read myself, then why do I need to ordain into a lineage and learn under you, right? When people ordain under me, I tell them to not read the stuff. Don't go around, read books, look at my videos and stuff like that. You learn from me. You do, and then you ask questions, and you directly learn from me. I don't care if you don't watch my my YouTube shows. As my disciple, I really don't care if they really dig into all these talk shows or not. I care if they ask their own question, outreach to get their own deserved teaching, direct teaching. That is the true Taoism teaching. Mouth to mouth, heart to heart communication. It's not like you watch all my videos and you'll become an expert. You need to watch the videos when you have time, but it doesn't matter. The important thing is you need to communicate with me in order to get real knowledge passed on to you, because I am talking directly to you. When the direct communication is built, you will get things much faster, and you get to clear us up right away. When you don't understand something, you instantly pop out a question and instantly get your answers. Why not? And most importantly is, in our lineage, learning under our lineage is basically free. The money is charged for the ordained because you get the ceremony done for you, so there's a fee. And then you get charged when you want to buy stuff. Well, you get something you want, that's why you pay. Basically, it's like that. But the teaching part, we don't have a fee yet. And it's like, you come in and you have unlimited opportunities to learn. Why don't you make use of that opportunity and keep asking questions, keep outreaching, right? It's free. Come on, po fei. you go and you keep eating. Why do you sit back and wait for the server to come and hand you stuff? It's impossible. So as a Taoist master, the master must not be afraid of answering questions, taking care of the disciples, and that is part of the heart that I'm talking about. Now, another very important thing is for a Taoist master, they have to understand their own lineage theory from inside out. They have to have all the stuff in them in order for them to give stuff to others. It's like if you don't know about cooking and you try to teach people cooking, that's a big problem. Now, is the master really understanding his own teaching, or the master is just quoting from his textbook? A lot of those cert buying Taoists, they have a bunch of Taoist material. What they do is, just like a teacher, they take these textbooks, reference, and they hand you this stuff. And then you look at it yourself and see what you get out of it, that kind of bullshit. And so apparently you cannot learn a lot of stuff from them because they don't even know a lot of stuff. How can they guide you to any kind of success? Now these cert buying Taoists, they might dress up very properly. They might look very Taoist. They have all those certs and look very legit. Maybe they also have a bunch of money to do a lot of cosmetic things that looks very legit. But inside is really empty. They basically just have books and materials collected. And all you do there is you get access to these collections if you pay them. That is not a master. These, in my eyes, they are like a middle agent of these big lineage that is selling certificates. These are like agents. They are the bridge, the middle agent. They just help you to get access to the library. That's all. They don't know anything. They don't know how to teach. They don't have stuff inside them. They're just like pretend to be a master. They dress like a master. And in reality, they are sales and promotion people for these big lineage. They're sales. They get commission. They get money when they can sell these packages to other people. But they don't care if these people really get stuff to learn. They only care if they can get new and more and more and more believers, more disciples. They always want to get more. But they don't really care. Their mind is like, oh, more people is better. But then, you know what? Their mind is not really into bringing their stuff to the disciple. Their mind is not there. You can see it right away. All they care is to grow big. And then everyone just joined their ceremony. Everyone just joined their ritual from time to time, gathers. And it's like a party thing. Okay, every month or every 2 weeks you gather up and do something together and keep paying the money, supporting the place. That's what you do as a disciple. That's so lame. It's like you go in there and there's nothing to learn. Because the master, his heart is not in these disciples. His heart is all about himself. A selfish master with no knowledge inside. All he got is knowledge to sell his stupid package, and so people can buy cert from him. He's the middle agent, that kind of stuff. Now these, I don't call them master. The true master, they will care about their disciples. They will put their heart into the disciples. Now, when I refer to different masters online or on the market, I will call those masters master too. Because master is like father, mother, parents. Okay, it doesn't mean that they're good or bad. As long as they claim that they're doing it full time, they are a master. Okay, like generally accepted if they're doing it full time. But if they're not doing it full time, well, shame on you. Okay, so basically those full time, they claim they're full time master. I will refer them to master. But then there are also grading of different kind of masters. Some masters very garbage. Some master, they're scam master. Some master, I call them evil master. So many different types of masters. But bottom line is, in my ruler, a master should put his heart, all his heart, into what he is teaching and who he is teaching. And also, we don't only teach, we inherit the stuff. Meaning that the disciples in the lineage grow with you, and you also grow as you pass things on. And the more you know, the more you have to pass on. That's what a master does. Now, that's my dictionary of a master. Am I a true master myself? Hell yeah. Because why? Because you can see I put my whole life into this teaching thing, and it's my lifetime career. I'm a full-time Taoist master. You can see I do it and seriously do it. Now, if people doubt my knowledge, I am non-stop posting things online, like articles on blog, YouTube videos, and I'm a real person that you can reach on YouTube. Ask any question and I'll answer it right away. It's just so easy. I'm not like those people who live in the mountains where you cannot see them, and then somehow, one day a person just go to the mountain and shoot one video of that guy doing something and then call them the master. You don't even know those guys, okay? But for me, you can see me. Every day you see me, you see the real side of me. And I am like this, okay? If you feel that you want to learn Taoism, Taoist magic, and you look at me, you like this guy, this person, and basically, you can just come to me and send email and get started. It's not so hard. And again, those certs, whatever system out there, they are not something you should really care about. And I don't really care about those things. Those levels, certs and stuff, they don't mean anything to me. So a true master can be felt by the heart of the disciple. When you learn under the lineage, you can feel the master's heart. How much heart the master put into his lineage and also into the teaching, the disciples, everything can be felt. You cannot lie about it. So if one ordained into a lineage and then after, say, 4 or 5 years, they really don't understand what this thing is about, then that's a big problem. Okay, so basically this is my little lecture or talk show about what makes a Taoist master a master. So if you have any questions or whatever you want to ask, feel free to comment below. And don't forget to subscribe to my other channel, Teen Dragon. And we'll see you there. Bye-bye.